Want to pretend you're God and play with the natural equilibrium of genes that have taken nature millions of years to develop into harmony? Want to pervert the delicate balance for some short-term financial gain and test your Frankenstein creations on the public? Genetic engineering is one of the dumbest things humans have ever come up with. Here's why. Nature is a perfectly balanced and delicate structure. Despite deforestation, every type of cure is available. Nature always finds a way, and playing with something we have little real understanding of is simply stupid. GE tampers with nature's delicate balance and puts at risk our ability to find cures for human, animal and plant diseases. Many cures are to be found in plants and animals that could be detrimentally affected by genetic engineering, especially if field trials are undertaken whereby cross-contamination eventuates. It is not worth risking such cures that will only remain if humans do not tamper with things they do not adequately understand. A cure for cancer could be within a plant that will be affected by cross-contamination of a genetically modified super-resistant plant disease. Or a bovine vaccine for worm parasites might become ineffective because of the worm's adaptation to the genetically changed host. These new parasites could prove deadly to mankind. Disastrous consequences of genetic modification are not ruled out by scientific research. Tampering with the structure of nature could have adverse effects not currently understood by the scientific fraternity and not apparent on the human organism until it is too late. A major export earner for New Zealand is horse breeding. The risk to this multi-million-dollar industry from genetic manipulation is not worthwhile. I'm sure that if you asked these animals if they were prepared to undergo alteration of their DNA, which nature has perfected over millions of years, they would unanimously say no. It is a breach of animal rights to undertake such testing. Companies that wish to experiment on these fine animals and manipulate their genetic material simply have no right to do so. New Zealand has an opportunity to undertake effective research into sustainable farming practices. Genetically modification of plants so that more spray can be applied is clearly not sustainable, nor is it healthy for the end user to be exposed to such large amounts of pesticides. There is enough poisonous residue on the food we eat already. It's not healthy for the soil to be stripped of nutrients from the use of chemicals and overcultivation of one variety of plant. Lesson 101. Don't fuck with Mother Nature, or she will kill you. The effects of consuming genetically engineered sheep and beef is not properly researched or understood. It is not proven to be safe. Is there a proposal to use the general New Zealand public in a large experiment to see what the effect is, or would the GE pushers rather deceitfully sneak their product into the food chain? Personally, I do not trust genetically engineered produce or the largely non-existent safety measures that should be regulating what we consume. Changing from production industries that pollute the environment into sustainable and more profitable industries is recommended. If New Zealand chose to market itself to the world as a GE-free and organic producer that undertook rigorous checks on quality, pest and disease control as well as a proper and effective quota system that recognized the benefits in diversifying product, the world would be our oyster and New Zealand's clean and green image would be something more than just a marketing gimmick. Strategic planning so that our markets are properly supplied with the best produce, biodiverse, GE-free and organic with stricter rules governing our intellectual property, plant matter and growing procedures would give far greater returns than any genetic engineered fix on already dysfunctional production procedures. Increasing sustainable and GE-free production and increasing our biosecurity would give New Zealand a far greater advantage in the global food and medicinal markets than dangerous and unproven genetic engineered products that put our entire plant-based and meat export sectors at risk.